Hey there, everybody. Thanks for watching. Sarah Grillo here. Responding to a comment by somebody on my channel, Nadine. Thanks for posting up, Nadine. I recently appeared for CFA Level 1 in December and do not feel confident about it. I missed 12 questions in the first session. However, I'm going to try it in June if I fail. I'm also looking for work in the UK, which has been disappointing until now. Looking for your advice on how to study forward for CFA, or should I skip to June 2017? Job is my priority right now, but I also feel I somehow pass CFA level 1 and write in my CV that I'm a level 2 candidate will improve my profile. I'm looking for an entry-level position in equity research or even M&A. I have 7 years of experience, but it's not in investment banking, and so I'm looking for entry level. Okay, so this is very typical. I mean, I would say 90% of the comments that I get on this channel are someone writing in because they took the exam, they don't feel good about it, how do I pass? Or they have some experience that's not necessarily relevant to portfolio management or iBanking or equity research, and they want to know, how do I get ahead? So it's really, Nadine, the same response that I give to everybody else. So first of all, if it's your first time taking CFA and you fail it, I would recommend giving it one more try, depending on what else you have going on. If you can manage it, I think you should try it one more time. If you are to fail 2 times in a row, I generally do not recommend taking it a third time without taking 1 year off. And the reason that is that if you look at the amount of time that you're investing, it's like having a part-time job. So you're putting in 20 hours a week in some cases. That's an awful lot of time to invest and to not have come up with anything for 2 years. Unless something drastic changes and you are 100% sure you're going to pass on the third time, take some time off and consider working on other aspects of your career, because at this point the risk is too high that you're going to fail again, and you're just better off addressing the other areas of your career that you've neglected, whether that be networking, working on your resume, perhaps pursuing some kind of a modeling course that will enable you to get the skills that you need to get a more advanced job within the field of portfolio management, whatever it may be. Now, also for your question about how do I get into, I don't have experience. I have experience, but it's not in equity research. How do I get into equity research? Everybody asks me these questions. So I actually started just responding back with, how much pain are you willing to put up with? Because that's really the question of it. Now, I mean, can you get into equity research? Absolutely you can. Do people do it? Absolutely. People do it, and they do it all the time. The people that succeed at this are the people that are committed, that invest the time and the money and the resources in doing it. So if, some people will go on and will get it through hard work and by networking, and by investing in themselves, and the others that do not invest in themselves will not. So it's that simple. Do you have the skills, or are you willing to go through pain to get the skills that you need? And by that I don't mean the CFA. CFA is nice to have, and absolutely, your comment is spot on. If you have CFA level 2 candidate on your resume, that bodes much better, but CFA is not going to get you the job. If that were true, then every single candidate for level 2 would be getting equity research jobs. So what I'm saying is, it's too competitive out there, and keep in mind, you're not like the only CFA candidate that applies for these jobs. The kinds of jobs you're looking at are the kinds of jobs that CFA candidates all want to get. So the question is, how do you develop your brand? What are you doing online? What does your LinkedIn look like? Are you posting value-added content that shows that you have some knowledge or expertise in equity research? Do you know how to make an earnings model? What is your opinion on the economy? What are your top 3 buys? What are your top 3 sells? What are the analysts on the street saying about all of those stocks? Post up to LinkedIn and show people that you are knowledgeable about this, and people from the industry will notice. It is very neglected to use a job to get a job using social media. A lot of people are not doing it this way because a lot of people don't really think that they should get a job that way because it's not something that a lot of people do. But don't fall into that pattern of traditional thinking, because the herd and the traditional thinkers are the ones that are going to be competing. And to let you know a statistic about what that looks like, you are looking at 100 job applicants and 1 or 2 get interviews. So that is the numbers that you're competing with there, versus having people find you because of value enhancing content that you have put out there into the social media universe. And these companies are on social media. And in fact, you should even be using social media to research what some of these are doing. For example, I just read an article that some of these hedge funds are using artificial intelligence. They are using research from big data. They are using big data analytics, and they are using artificial intelligence to make trades, like having robots make trades for them. So how are you going to fit into this new evolving face that the investment industry is taking? That's a really interesting question, because it's changing. Do you want to be the person that gets attention for being a thought leader about these ideas, or do you want to be the person who goes about this the same way that everybody else is, and is a step behind and puts a lot of time and effort into it, and then comes up with nothing and has to stay at their job when it's not really what they want? How committed are you? How much pain do you want to go through? This is a lot of work. Let me know. Post to the comments below and just give some thoughts about how much time and effort you really are willing to put into this, and to do the things that not many people are willing to do. Because if you are, then you're going to get far. If not, 100 applicants to 1 job interview. Good luck. Thanks everybody for watching.